Hi everyone, it's Hayley and today I'm doing my pregnancy plan video. I've been intending to do this for the last couple of weeks and I'm finally feeling okay today to do it, and I've got some time and things. Please excuse the dramatic eye look. I've sort of testing out a new look for a birthday dinner I'm going to in a couple of days, so that's why my eyes look all glammed, yet I've got pimples and things all over my face. I'm not fully made up today, but I look better than I normally do, I suppose. But anyway, yeah, this is a video about my plan for this pregnancy, my intentions for this pregnancy, that sort of thing. And I will be going more into sort of the worries I'm having about weight gain and things this time around. But first of all, I'll start off with like the basics of my plan for this pregnancy. And the reason I'm doing a plan this time around is, first time round I didn't have any sort of plan in place of how I wanted to be during my pregnancy. It was my first time round, I just sort of went with it. And so yeah, I knew that this time round things would need to be different for a lot of reasons. So yeah, so this time, food wise, my plan for this pregnancy, or the remainder of my pregnancy, which is like 30 weeks till due date or something, I really want to try and eat as cleanly as possible. First time round, I just pretty much ate what I felt like. And I wasn't really concerned about weight gain because I lost so much in the very beginning. And if you want to hear more about that, see that sort of thing, you can go and look at my pregnancy vlogs with AJ. But yeah, it wasn't a concern of mine. It didn't even enter my head because I lost so much weight in the beginning that yeah, I wasn't really concerned about gaining too much weight back or anything like that. So yeah, this time, so far I've just been sort of eating what I can, and it hasn't been a lot of vegetables, but I have been able to get in quite a bit of meat, which is good, keeping my iron up, but I need to have more vegetables and things. So it's definitely going to be easier when I'm feeling more normal. I have my couple of days a week where I feel normal, but then it all just sort of goes the next, few days in a row. But I've really got to strive to try and get my eating good and healthy. So basically, I've really just got to try and put a lot of veggies and fruit into my diet. I want to, when I start feeling better, going back to having my smoothies for breakfast, which I would put a whole lot of good stuff in there, like spinach, blueberries, banana. Sometimes I would either have apple or pear, or, just put a whole bunch of good stuff in there. So I know I'm definitely going to need those vitamins and minerals, and so I definitely want to start doing that again. And just pacing myself, not eating too much. I can't really put too much in my stomach at the moment anyway, but what I am putting in isn't the greatest. So making sure that I'm having small meals and eating sort of every 2 to 3 hours with just small bits of food, instead of trying to stuff myself with 3 big meals, because that's not going to work. So yeah, and as regards to like cravings and stuff, I never really had any with AJ, and I haven't really had any cravings thus far. So I'm hoping that cravings will be pretty good to handle. I still allow myself to have, a treat and things every now and then, but not go overboard like I did with AJ. While I was pregnant with AJ, I just ate what I wanted when I wanted. Didn't matter what it was. And I need to be really careful this time. And also this time I am putting an exercise plan in place. Last time I didn't exercise at all while I was pregnant with AJ. I think I did in the first sort of few weeks, but that was before I found out I was pregnant. I was exercising quite a bit, and then I just stopped. At first it was out of fear of having a miscarriage and things, because I had had one previous to conceiving AJ, and I was worried. I had a lot of nerves about that. But yeah, I just didn't do anything while I was pregnant. And so yeah, this time needs to be different. So the weather should be starting to sort of calm down, hopefully, by the time I'm starting to feel better. So it won't be like so scorching hot out there and anything like that, so I can go for walks. I want to aim to walk, 5 days a week, and I'm also going to be purchasing a pregnancy yoga DVD, and I might also purchase an exercise DVD, a pregnancy one, of course. I'll just see how I go, but I definitely want to be able to exercise this time and use exercise to be able to be better prepared for labour and delivery. A lot of what I'm trying to put in place this time around is from lessons learned the hard way from the first time around. I definitely feel like I was not as physically prepared for labour and delivery with AJ as I coulda, shoulda, woulda been if I had some physical exercise during my pregnancy, regular. I'm not going to be like working out crazy or anything, but I just want to know that I'm doing something good. And those two main things I'm really definitely wanting to put in place to help me only gain the recommended amount of weight that I need to gain. I don't want to go over the recommendation, and that's purely because I don't know what my body will be able to handle. The biggest amount of weight my body's ever had on its frame was 80 kilos, and that it was what I got to. I think that's what I weighed in at like a couple of days before I had AJ. So I haven't lost any weight this pregnancy because my nausea and everything has not been anywhere near as bad. So to gain the recommended amount of weight would be putting an extra 10 kilos over the highest weight that I've ever been on my body. And I am apprehensive about how that's going to affect my joints, my knees, my ankles, my hips, my back. Yeah. Because yeah, that 80 kilos is the heaviest I've ever been. So I'm worried. Another fear, of course, is will I be able to lose it all again? Because I certainly, I don't know if my body could physically handle all that extra weight when there's no baby in there. And I definitely know that I would not be comfortable at that weight at all. I mean, I'm at sort of like the heaviest I've ever been non-pregnant, and it's like I'm reaching my limit that I feel like my body can handle. So yeah, and I mean, I know my body's going to change shape yet again after having a baby, but yeah, I just don't want it to be so drastically different. So I know that I will need to play my part in that, and the best that I can do to help get that weight off and get into a healthy routine after baby is to do it while I'm pregnant. So trying to eat really good and keeping exercising. And of course, you know, once the baby is born and I'm healed and everything, and we're in a new routine, then I can up the ante. But I just know that if I don't do anything while I'm pregnant this time, if I don't watch what I'm eating, if I don't exercise, I just have this really bad feeling it's going to be horrible after the baby is born. I just have this horrible feeling that my body is just going to be like, what have you done? And why didn't you help yourself? So, yeah. So, that's sort of the food and exercise part of it, and why I'm really sort of desperately wanting to do it, and desperately kind of wanting the nausea and stuff to be over so I can get onto it and get into it. That's sort of that part. Of course I'll be needing to get some extra sleep and resting a lot. I try and nap during the day when AJ naps, but lately he hasn't been sleeping, so I don't know, I think he knows that I need extra rest, so he's decided not to. So that's a bit annoying, but I try and be in bed by 9:30 at the very latest every night. Sometimes that doesn't happen, but as long as I try, at least I just need to get a good amount of sleep, especially now because I am waking up during the night to go pee, so my sleep is getting disturbed anyway, and I'm finding it harder to sort of fall back asleep. So I've really got to try and get into a good sleeping routine and stick to it so that I can get through the next day and not feel so horrible, really. Other sort of plans for this pregnancy is more about, I guess, things I need to do, things I want to do, as far as getting ready and all that sort of stuff. We have to do some reorganisation, like in AJ's bedroom and in our bedroom. We have some extra furniture that we have to get. I want to get some professional maternity pictures taken this time. When I was pregnant with AJ, I just took my own. But I would love to be able to get some professional ones done, and have some family photos done at the same time, because we've never had any professional family. Another big thing that I'm going to be looking into, and I've already started looking into, and probably going to go ahead with, is placenta encapsulation. I need to have a plan in place this time around for combating postnatal depression. I had it horribly after I had AJ. It started pretty much straight away, and I was in complete denial about it. So this time I want to nip it in the butt before it goes as far as it did after I had AJ, and I would like to, where possible, avoid taking prescription medication for it. I didn't, when I got it with AJ, I managed to come out of it myself, but I really would just like to nip it in the butt straight away this time, because I know I'm like more than likely going to get it again. So I really like the idea of placenta encapsulation. I've seen a lot about it on YouTube, or YouTube mums who've done it. I think it would really benefit. I think it would be a good way to go. So there's limited services for it here in New Zealand. So far I've only found one company, well not a company, that does it. So I'm going to do a little bit more research on it, and then get in contact with this company and find out, you know, how they do it, etc., and all that sort of stuff. So if you have any information on it, or you've had any experiences with it, or you know someone who has done it, can you please let me know, because I really like any stories or anything would be really great. I'm also wanting to do it to help with my energy as well, to keep my energy up, because I'm going to be, you know, looking after two little people, and so yeah, I want to do the best that I can this time round, be more knowledgeable, more prepared. I felt I was so not prepared last time for how I needed to look after myself during pregnancy, and how that would affect labour and delivery and everything else, and it all sort of, one thing leads into another and it affects another thing. So if I can do all of this and give myself the best possible chance of bouncing back after baby, and my hormones, you know, being pretty good and not having the issues that I had last time, then it will be absolutely well worth it. So all of these things together, I'm hoping will make a huge difference to how I feel, how I cope, just everything. So yeah, these are the little bits and pieces that I'm going to be doing to sort of prepare, but those are the main things that I'm looking out for, yeah, and just from the experience I had last time, and knowing that this time I need to make it different, I need to make it work better for me, and in turn it'll work better for everybody, like my husband and AJ and the new baby as well. So yeah, that's the plan. So that's my little pregnancy plan at the moment, and those big things I highly doubt will change as the pregnancy goes on. But if you want to hear more about sort of what I'm doing this pregnancy, like little things I'm doing or planning to do in regards to nipple care and things like that, just little things that I had bad experiences with the first time, I'm trying to be prepared and prevent issues this time around. So if you want to know about any of the other little stuff, just let me know. But yeah, those are the main things, and yeah, hopefully this hasn't been too long-winded and boring, but this is just what is going on here this time around for me. But yeah, I should probably stop this, because this has probably been a super long video. But yeah, I will talk to you guys soon. Bye.